Welcome back, folks. It's the 2nd of Juggernaut, and it's 7 o'clock with a dry thunderstorm going on. A cult has begun to form in the colony. Wool thinks we should give the cult a name. We're going to be called the Planters of Sorrow. I was thinking maybe the Spores of Sorrow or something like that, but I like that abbreviation. That one works for me. I think that will do just fine. Fifi is continuing to research at the Forbidden Knowledge Center. And other than that, there is not a whole lot going on. Everyone recovered after battle, thanks in part to the Force. I did find out that the Force is not like a perfect 100% heal. It still leaves scars behind, and if you lose a body part, you still lose a body part. I don't know how much I'll depend on the Force. It feels kind of cheaty. But yeah. It is what it is, and I've already used it. I'm gonna let the colony get back to work, folks. Oh, one more thing. Again, there's random fires due to the dry thunderstorm. But we did tame some additional Muffalo. Muffalo 1 and 2. So combat now has some friends, at least. Welcome back. It's the 4th of Juggernaut, and it is 10 o'clock in the evening. There, we finished a little bit of research on occult deities, which we will get to in a little bit. A boom rat decided to self-tame, and I have no idea what to do with the damn thing. If I slaughter it, I'm pretty sure it'll blow up and catch fire wherever the hell it gets killed at. And there's a psychic soothe going on for the male gender in the colony, which is pretty exciting. After that last like lightning storm that hit, my wall burned down, the wooden wall. I was a little bit worried about that, but I am going to replace it with granite walls now because I actually have the resources. I don't really get attacked from this direction very often. Primarily, I'm pretty sure, because there's no colonies up that direction. There is nothing up there except mountains. I'm pretty sure the AI raids... Fifi is being attacked by Rivy. I'm pretty sure the AI raids us by the roads. Why are you attacking each other? Chatting with the prisoner. Your arm is bruised. Your right humerus is cracked. Revy, what the hell are you doing? Taking matters into your own hands. Attacked a preacher. We had to take matters into our own hands. A cult? That should be stopped. We need to... It's probably too... It is too late. Where is it? Here we go. The Slate Cult Altar. We are going to... So Fifi doesn't end up getting brutally murdered. No, not sacrifice. Not yet. Don't jump ahead. These are the two deities that we have researched with the... that little occult deity research. Every time you go through, it takes like 100 research points. You unlock a new god to worship. We have Hoster and Shub Nugarath. Wrath? I don't know. The black goat of the woods with 1,000 young. Or Hoster. From his yellow kingdom, the unspeakable one watches. Is he a pain elemental? I'm going to assume yes. We're going to have morning sermons. Unnamed temple. Fuck, I don't really have a name for this. Let's see. Temple. This is just gonna be Mushroom Palace. And I am expanding the walls out, like I told you guys. Simply can't have this. Cannot have this side being shorter. I need that extra pew room, because this congregation is going to be quite large. Oh, what else do we have going on? Going for a walk. Everybody should be going to bed soon. An alpaca and an ostrich. I've thought about trying to tame some more animals. And Finch, you have asthma. caused by nicotine tolerance. Let me see. I probably should have checked this earlier. So what do we got? Cigarettes are every 2 days. I want you to switch it to every 4 days. And only if your mood is below 35. 35. You can keep 5 on your person. Smoke leaf. Yeah. You know what? I don't even want you to smoke cigarettes for joy. Or for maybe addictions. Use this drug for joy and social purposes. It's probably too late, but whatever. Fuck it. We'll just leave it like that. People are getting lung cancer from smoking. They're getting asthma. Smoking kills. But without those cigarettes, they probably already would have suicided from depression anyways. Raidsoft is currently wandering around. I can't remember why he snapped, but he just wanted to chain smoke. He still has ambrosia withdrawal. Which should be gone soon. We don't have any ambrosia in storage anymore. It rotted away. For his own good, it rotted away. Revy, stand down. I'm gonna draft. Yeah, I draft you and then I undraft you. You stop that. He's standing there waiting for Fifi to come back and research, I think. The dark tendrils of evil have begun to slowly creep into the minds of the colonists, splitting them into their own little factions. We must sacrifice some people at some point. Hildegard and Flint. Let's see, Lover, Brother, Rusty. Russell Rusty Shackleford, are you joking me? Immersion. You've made friends with a bunch of people in the colony. Sacrificing you would probably stab them deep in the heart. Brother Zero Lives is here. Okay. These aren't the best people to sacrifice because we have been holding on to them for so long, but whatever. A large meteorite has struck ground in the area. It left behind a lump of slate. Okay. Interesting, but what's the point? I was thinking maybe there'd be a middle, like a hollow area in the center I could mine to, and there'd be goodies up there or something. This music is so peaceful. Raidsoft, are you our only night owl too? You are. Yes. I kind of find that hard to believe. Night owl is not exactly a rare trait. And it is nice to have teams of people that work at night when everyone else is asleep. That way your colony is, like, you know, alive 24/7. Friendly pyromaniac. Hintalin is our friendly psychopath. Roxanne is a pyromaniac, that's right. Jason, okay. Only one night owl. I was gonna try and find you a friend, Raidsoft, so you weren't working night shift all on your own, but maybe that's why he's constantly snapping. One of the many reasons he is constantly snapping. We have the statue, the totem called Avox Freedom, made by Killer Kegsy. This sculpture bears a representation of a seductive rock. The subjects are in front of a valley. The image is totally devoid of both cataclysm and defeat. I assume that's a good thing, right? I don't think he has any more room. Yeah, I guess he does. We can put the totem right next to your head there. We are currently housing Saldownik and Roxanne. I need more bedrooms, and I hate it. I'm probably gonna have to turn this entire area here into, like, cheap-ass bedrooms, maybe even cheaper than these. Purple Cap gathers for their first sermon. Fifi, you're hurt still, aren't you? She's got the little red health bar, yeah. Maybe we'll have a Jedi use their mind magic on her. Come on, Finch, wake up and get to the sermon. Everybody's still sleeping. Chainsaw shows up. Killer Kegsy shows up. You really shouldn't have had it, the sermon, so early. Whatever. The first 2 members. Brand new Chainsaw, already getting into the cult. You just got here. Praying to Hoster. They both seem to enjoy what they're hearing. Exchanging pleasantries. Wear cultist apparel for a worshipping bonus. Someday. Witnessed an ominous sermon. I doubt they were at all true, but it was something about the way they spoke. Such confidence is madness. Such confidence in madness is commendable. Good sermons slowly increase cult-mindedness of other colonists. Yes, cargo pods too. Wow, this is happening. What do we got? Hemp fabric. Some hemp fabric. All the way down there. I think it can stay forbidden. I have plenty of cloth. 472 pieces. Yeah. That's plenty good enough. What else do I have a lot of? Tons of patchwork leather, too. Great. Can't really make very much useful stuff out of it just yet, but we've got it. And bamboo. Now, what exactly can I do with bamboo? I can make bamboo flooring for that warm, homey feeling. Interesting. What if I could make this some type of training room? Put a bamboo floor in here. Kind of fancy it up. Do I even have any type of training dummies yet? Got the shooting targets. I get the martial arts, yeah. When you can train your martial arts with or without a weapon. Now, I'm not too keen on hand-to-hand combat, but it can be a useful ability. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that... Oh yeah, they would have to stand really far away. Goodbye, popcorn. Rounded away. They would have to stand all the way down there and shoot through the path here at people. I don't think so. Otherwise, we could make it a dummy sparring room. And hey, we've got another Muffalo. Have some dummies down through here. Okay. It's kind of a waste, but I mean, at the same time, what else are we doing? There's not a whole lot of other stuff I can build. All of my workshops and everything are jammed in here because they're simple tribal technology. That is our workshop building. This will be our ninjutsu training room, where people can come with whatever weapons. Maybe at some point we can have an offshoot through here that heads to like some type of shooting range type area. What the fuck are you doing, cow? You don't belong in there. Unless you want to be sacrificed. Visitors have arrived. We will protect you. They're coming from the south. Look, just don't break through the wooden wall blocking that cave, okay? That cave over in the east, and you'll be perfectly fine. A group from the Galactic Empire. No! Whoops, I didn't actually want to close that out. The Empire is here? I don't see any stormtroopers. The Galactic Empire, a tax inspector named Enna Nemor, extends a declaration on behalf of the Empire. As an unauthorized settlement, Purple Cap is hereby required to pay a registration fee of 100 silver to be entitled land usage rights. As per Imperial revenue codes under the Imperial Taxation Bureau, a yearly income tax of 20% of all silver earned must be paid. Failure to adhere to any of these demands will mark all colonists in violation of Imperial law and enemies of the Emperor. Are you joking me? I don't really feel like as a tribe I've got the ability to resist and fight against the Galactic Empire at this point in time. I'm gonna pay my taxes of 100 silver. We don't make any revenue anyways, and hopefully by the time I am making real silver in trades, I can throw my shackles off and maybe I'll become the rebels. You fucking tax inspector. We paid 100 in silver as taxes to the Empire. A little bit of me dies having to sign on with them, but at least they will have to sleep in horrible sleeping conditions. Just awful. Absolutely atrocious conditions. Oh boy. I don't even think they have anything to trade. No, they don't. Are there any Sith among them? Fifi is fully healed finally. Pyromaniac, psychically sensitive. I don't think they have any Jedi or Sith. Force sensitive. Has the ability to feel the Force, but has not yet grasped that potential. And we can now sacrifice things on our altar. Okay. I may have to, and I've been mentioning this for a while. What else do I have left to research? I've researched all those. Everything with white numbers. Smoke leaf processing. I believe that is the very last one that I can actually research. And I'm trying to give the game the benefit of the doubt. I can do, like, I can research this stuff, but I don't believe this matters. The decipher strange symbols. I don't believe that matters when it comes to upgrading our technology level. I can build basic traps now. I guarantee you that's what's holding me back, is that basic traps. Okay. I've not been able to click on that because it was glitched. I'm not sure if something updated or what. I don't remember seeing any of these mods update, but I'll take it. I'll consider that a victory. So, cross our fingers. Hopefully, once Fifi is done researching that, the next tier will become much cheaper and I'll feel comfortable moving on and advancing this colony. KT has destroyed some granite blocks, unfortunately. We should have enough left to build the wall still, but if not, oh well. Just have to spend some time crafting them. As if we don't have enough just hanging around in our stockpile. Freaking mechanoids. And more bamboo. I think this is going to be really good. This room is going to look nice. We'll have to find something that we can ring this floor with. Put some doors up. Doesn't really fit with our hospital beds back here, but whatever. It's possible I'll extend to this hallway at some point. Loop it around to here. Trying to think of where I would actually like, say, a real hospital type medical area. It needs to be fairly close to the front lines. Like, building it back here would work, but it would also be slow as hell if somebody was injured and they tried to walk back there. They had to get carried back there. Malicious AI. Yeah, I want to sell this too. I need a merchant. Dang it. Freaking ladybug just flew at my face and made me jump. I'm gonna let the colony get back to work, folks. The Empire is here. We now have to pay taxes to them. It's the 5th of August, 5 o'clock in the evening. My colonists are not entirely sure how they feel about that. Except for Wool, who is an obvious Empire sympathizer. Well, it's the 6th of Juggernaut, 9 o'clock in the morning, and off in the distance we heard a loud noise, and giant smoke pillar erupt into the sky. A distant supervolcano has erupted and begun spewing millions of cubic kilometers of ash into the atmosphere. Ash in the atmosphere will obscure the sun. Temperatures will drop and plants will suffer for lack of sunlight. It could pass in a few weeks, or it might last many seasons. So yeah, that's something that has happened. And there's also an escaped capsule that has crashed, which doesn't particularly matter because as I have mentioned before, I don't open those things unless I really feel comfortable. Like opening this one, it's getting more tempting just because of my defenses here. I could set up a firing squad down here maybe and have one person open it. I don't know. Those things are scary. It's like these mysterious artifacts. Should we claim this one? Should we claim it and press the button? Let's activate it. What's the worst that could happen? A bunch of raiders caught onto the signal and are on the way. That's the worst that could happen. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That guys, they're not very well armed. They're all pretty damn close, however, to the front lines already. I'm gonna scramble everybody. Fifi and... who is it? Hintelin? Who's my other pacifist? Saldownik? Okay. You guys don't have to. Everyone else, yes. Chainsaw there. Put some of these long-range people around the corner. Machine guns go up front. Revy, you've got an old-fashioned rifle. The thing that always worries me the most is simply crossing the streams. A Watts pistol. So easy to get your lines of fire crossed and end up accidentally killing some of your own people. Ballast, yeah, you get up there. Slacks has a great bow, and Wool has a great bow. I only take comfort in the fact that these people seem to mainly have melee weapons and a 10mm shoddy pistol. Crappy-ass raiders. Salvador comes under heavy fire and decides to turn around and run, getting absolutely shredded. Not as shredded as I thought he would be, though. Warhorse charges forward, left arm shot, left big toe, blasted. KT, you missed. Hintelin missed. Well, if you're blasted, who the heck actually hit you? And damn, he goes down. What do you got? Seawater? Why the hell would you have seawater? Avok. Actually go there. Kind of worried about the path that they're taking. And sailors from Sailor are fleeing. You get one last shot off on Roxanne. Wonderful. Roxanne gets blasted in the torso with a pipe rifle. And she is the only one who got injured from that. Stop it. You just fired, like, along 3 people that were in front of you. I didn't know you would have range that far. Lucio, a coma child. All shot up. Unfortunately not dying. Okay. Strip these people, and I am going to plump. Capture Ruby. Avok. Capture. I'm gonna have to put some more beds. We're gonna cram a bunch of prisoners in here. Because why not? They can sleep around the sink and in front of the toilet for all I care. Maybe they'll have some good cybernetic body parts for us to steal. That's the most exciting thing. Goddamn mini grenades. It's kind of scary. Range of 12. Damage of 10. That's not as terrifying as I thought they would be. You know what? I don't know why anybody would drink this. Water for drinking. It will taste terrible and salty. Yeah, that is horrible. Saldownic. Go ahead and strip him. I don't even know if they're going to strip the other dead dude or if they're just going to go operate on his body. Oh, well. Mega Badger. Pelled Patty Hat of Friendship. Nothing too significant. And a thick Pip Boy. It's thick, baby. Unfortunately, Saldownic, you are a pacifist, so you don't need it. Revy, do you have one? No. Even though you've only got an old rifle. Fuck it, I don't care. Old rifles are still useful. I don't particularly care who gets the added accuracy. So what do I got? I got one more artifact left. I'm not testing my luck right now. I think we've done pretty good so far. And Saldownic is going up there to finish the last piece of our northern granite wall. Not completely invincible, but at the very least it won't burn down this time. I always knew that was a possibility, but it finally happened. The only thing this wall has to worry about is, like, if we get sieged from up here and they launch artillery at it. Maybe if they get mindless and they try to bash through it, but most of the time the enemy will always take a long roundabout path through the front door before they bash through a wall. Anyway, it's the 6th of August, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have survived a raid that shouldn't have happened. We have captured some more people that we will learn more about soon as they are stabilized. Well, it is the 9th of Juggernaut at 10 o'clock in the evening. We've got Chainsaw chain smoking over here next to a bucket of fresh buffalo milk. Wool is chilling out. The Empire has left and he made some friends with those visitors, I'm pretty sure of it. Then we have Revy and KT that have gotten into a fight and are beating each other up. Revy said something negative to KT and she had it. She flew into a rage and punched him. They're all bruised up. Torso, arms, cracked. Okay, they're no longer fighting. Let's see. Revy is cracked. Cracked right tibia. That's pretty serious. KT, how screwed up are you? You're just a little bit bruised. Cracked right femur. Okay. You both got some good licks in. Thankfully, you didn't go crazy and actually kill each other. And Chainsaw, welcome to the colony. You are now officially an adult. You have a nicotine addiction. Chainsaw apparently still trying to find her own sense of fashion. There are a ton of new totems, by the way. Some have already been installed. Torment. This was made by Zero Lives. This sculpture depicts a dark and cold sky, barely illuminated by thin shafts of light. Wool hides near a tree, gazing out with a solitary look. The smiling head of a professor watches over all, and the image seems to express love. This representation relates to volcanic winter beginning at Wool's settlement 4 days ago. It's got a beauty of 60, which isn't too terribly bad. I think Ballas has begun plotting against the local call. That's great. I think I'll place another totem in here in the prisoner's room. There, it's a prisoner barracks and it's decent. Good, we'll keep them all in a chipper spirit. Also, Pyromaniac. I'm going to release one of them. I think we're going to release Ruby. Just get out of here. I'm tired of feeding you. The plants are growing slower because of the volcanic winter. I don't think a whole lot slower, but enough that it could force me to plant more stuff. Not like my colonists have anything else to do. Basically grow food and work stone. I need to be actually building more stuff with stone or putting more people to the grind wheel. Churning out blocks. I have decided to build a little party area over here. This will be a large open roomed area, occasionally bumping into random walls scattered throughout. But who knows, we might put some joy items over here, couches, maybe later on down the road some type of quick little snacking area, as well as some smaller and cheaper bedrooms. These will eventually become, I don't know, reward bedrooms for long-term members of the colony who actually prove themselves to be valuable. Everyone else will get shuffled off into smaller rooms. At some point, too, I might have to tear down some of these walls and enlarge one of these rooms into a couple's room. If anybody else ever decides to get married or become a couple and not shoot each other's proposals down every single time. Raid Soft out there cutting and planting trees. 3 o'clock in the morning and he has nothing better to do other than be Tom Sawyer. Well, hello folks, and welcome back. It's the 12th of Juggist, 10 o'clock in the evening, and the colony is getting ready for bed. We have a rejected proposal. Raidsoft rejected Slax's marriage proposal, which is no big deal. I'm not entirely sure why people won't get married. It's possible that the marriage spot is so horrible and depressing that nobody wants to get married under it. We've also reached a new technology level for our tribe. We are now medieval. Finally. And all we had to do was research smoke leaf processing. The cooks have been experimenting with some rather interesting results. Edibles are now possible. It has also been noticed that the fibers of the smoke leaf plant might be able to be used to make some new materials. If only we had the proper tools to use. So, let us see what, if anything, that's sped up. It's not going to speed up a whole lot, unfortunately. We've got smithing, make simple weapons like knives, and then we can go on to great bows. There's also Fremen tech. Learned ways of the Freemen or the Fremen. Adept at development of technology utilized from the scavenged parts of other technology. We get firearms, Kriz knives, and the still suit. Very sexy and exciting to research that. Long blades, don't care. I'm not a proponent of melee weapons. Medieval medical care. New means to set up your medical area. Medieval style would be very useful. In fact, let's start researching that. I'm going to unpause it so that that can start. That's good. 100 points for medieval medical care. I'm guessing we will have to... Okay, that enables construction of the medieval surgery lamp, which leads to industrial medical care, which gives even more options. But further down the road, got glassworks. Making clear glass is harder than it seems. But with some hard work, we'll find the right formula. There's apparently a storm going on. Then we've got Agriculture 3 and Wild Biome Plants. A lot of fucking points go into that. I'm not looking forward to it. The cult stuff does not count. We've got basic workbenches. Allows you to build basic workbenches dedicated to specific tasks. Breweries, butcher tables, fueled stoves, sculptor's table, and simple research benches. We will probably be doing that very soon. Then we can go on to complex clothing, stone cutting. Could easily get occupational clothing. Oh, it's from the Call of Cthulhu mod. Okay. Interesting. We've got paint, which is worthless, and wax-powered lighting, which I always consider worthless. We've actually got beds. Let's make that number 2. Oh, pigeon posts. Can I undo that one? Let's make pigeon posts number 2. On the lesser developed Rimworld, the method to transport information with animals is a common practice. This enables us to call traders and make contact with the nearest shipping routes by using pigeons. I approve. We've got gaming. We can unlock billiards, chess, and poker tables. Quilting and carpet making. I think we're going to do pigeon posts. Ah, shit. I was pressing the wrong button. The wrong button. You want to hold shift, not control. So pigeon post and then beds. And I think we'll quickly knock out gaming. Hopefully the little relaxation area I'm mining out will be done by then. And we can go on to Frementech, but we'll have to do smithing as well, so that's going to keep us busy for quite some time. Rather unfortunately. I'm not entirely interested, even though I might change my mind in those new workbenches, primarily because the next brewery will probably be quicker, more efficient, give me more options, but it's going to take up more room. And Squid is starting a fire spit. You're gonna burn the totem down. Really? Plump? Pretty much everyone else is asleep. You're gonna be the fireman. Don't catch the place on fire. There's a lot of junk we have to move through here. That's a good totem too, you jerk. I wonder. Why can't I arrest him? I want to arrest Squid. Can I double arrest him? Flip Flint? No. Put out the damn fires. Quit talking to these jerks. They're convicts. They're in here because they tried to murder us. Finch is having a breakdown, by the way. She's currently in a chain smoking binge, which seems to be a popular pastime for all of my colonists. I'm not going to let you complete that conversation, Plump. You are also not allowed to drink beer. Is that another fire? Okay, I thought that the lightning caused fire for a second. Oh, KT is waking up. I guess I don't have to micromanage Plump anymore. There should be enough people waking up that he can't really burn anything down. He will lower their quality a little bit, but I don't think it's necessarily that big of a deal. Okay, that might be a big deal. Get that fire out. The last thing I want is the door to burn down and they get out. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do, isn't it? This is absurd. I shouldn't have to deal with this. Half tempted. I know why he's mad. I mean, we did leave him down here naked. Are you gonna be done soon? We're gonna have sermon here in a minute, you little shit. Wool, you wanna put that out? Good job. And Purple Cap gathers for a sermon. Oh no. Not yet. It's a shame that once I interrupt them from going to the sermon, they, I can't get them to go back. Are you done? No, you're not. Where did he go? I know that there's a person hiding in here. Hiding amidst all the rubble. We'll get over here. I don't want anyone else to miss the sermon. The room's basically done. They've got a brand new rug in there, which is pretty nice. To continue boosting their moods. Since being in here with a cult, you know, is kind of depressing. To some of the people who have not yet let our god Hoster, I guess, into their hearts. Fifi steps up to the podium, waits for everyone to funnel in, and then begins preaching about Hostor. God in yellow. And KT is pregnant again? Okay. More colonists isn't necessarily a bad thing. KT comes here today to seek blessing for her unborn babe. Roxanne has been initiated into the cult. Saldownik has been initiated, and KT has been initiated. I don't know if there's a way for me to check the members list. This might be the members list. But I'm gonna set preacher to auto. Can I? Apparently I can't. Let's see. Hoster. We are glanced. So he's not completely ignoring us. He has glanced our direction. In fact, let's say I wanted to sacrifice something to him. What could we get? We would have Fifi do it. We could offer plants, meat, or meals. Wait a second. Upgrade my altar. You upgrade it by researching it, but then you still have to come through and click on upgrade altar. We can offer animals. Okay. Could have Fifi do it. We could offer any of the gazelles that I have tamed. I forgot to mention that. Between recordings, as the day has passed peacefully, we just tamed a whole bunch of gazelles that were out there. Okay. I'm not gonna do it yet. They've already had their sermon for the day. If we're going to sacrifice something, what we'll do is we'll do it after the sermon. We'll have their sermon. We'll click sacrifice. Everybody will already be gathered. They'll grab the offering and get it underway. Not too particularly concerned about getting our god's favor right now either. There are more important things for us to worry about. Such as needing more fermenting barrels, because apparently we cannot keep up with the alcohol demand, I guess you could say, in this place. Place it there. I really don't want to place two here. It's tempting, but I know there's going to be another workbench or something that gets in the way. Place one there. And there, why not? And hell. Place one right there. We're gonna have beer brewing year-round in the fermenting barrel. I have switched over. We've got these two fields producing hops. I really don't think I need much more hill root either. We've got tomatoes being harvested, smoke leaf being harvested. I believe that is our first smoke leaf batch. Got a ton of it in here. Good lord. Let us make the trim smoke leaf. Okay. do it forever. Maybe I think you have to trim the smoke leaf down into stuff that can be used. Fucking dry thunderstorms. I'm trying to do some stuff here. Could you not light everything on fire? I asked kindly, and you try to you go down there and you strike my forest. Which I actually don't think is in my home area. Of course not. I didn't want it in my home area because I don't want them out there sweeping up dust and picking up debris, which is what they do. Cargo pods also dropped. Alpaca wool, awesome. It almost dropped right on top of an alpaca. What are the odds? What are the odds indeed? And let's haul that urgently. It's not gonna last forever out there. Really? Also, what did I have planned? Before all of this came along, I think I was gonna actually... I know I was gonna look into expanding this. I'm probably gonna wall this in here and get rid of most of this storage that's spilling out. Unfortunately, we'll have some sarcophagus. Like inside a storage utility area with heater tanks. And let's see. Tons of totems. Rugs. This one is called Plump's Day. It's made by 0 Lives. This carving bears an artwork of a weaver eating an onion. The image is bordered by 4 J's. The style is pop art with Fauvist elements. Okay. I'm gonna start lining the halls with these totems. This one's made by 0 Lives. It's called Desire with Centipede. On this carving is a portrayal of Hintolan brutally harming a centipede without emotion or expression. A blacksmith watches silently beneath the main subject. The subjects are in front of a cave, and the work has a cell-shaded feeling and a very dynamic structure. This illustration relates to the harming of a centipede. Okay, we've learned medieval medical care. We will check out what that allows me to build soon. This was made by Killer Kegsy. Finch's Lullaby. This carving represents a brother playing backgammon with a group of hackers. A personified depiction of suffering sits in the lower part of the image, and the image somehow expresses both need and death. It's terrifying. Where do we want the rug to go? If I placed it here, I wonder if they could still use that stockpile. Pimp out Plump's room. Never have enough rugs anywhere. If only that was centered. Okay. Doing a loop like that didn't help me. Let's put it in Raidsoft and Slax's room. No, there's no real place for it. Just doesn't match up. Place it right there underneath their dresser. Everybody's gonna be getting rugs. This is a Muffalo wool large rug. It's titled Book Number 1 for some reason. A dead duck fades in the background. Horribly depressing. See, wool. I'm not sure if I want to place them at the end of the beds or under the beds. Just have to see how it looks. I'm going to end up with a decent amount of these over time. The Cache of Killer Kegsy. This sculpture depicts Killer Kegsy taming a muffalo with great care and caution. The muffalo appears to be in some sort of hypnotic state. An old man floats in the lower part of the image. The style is Dadaist, with pop art elements. Creepy ass floating old men. Get that there. That hallway is going to be decked out. Anybody who comes through it is going to be excited. Some abnormal creatures have arrived. I don't care for the sound of that. Place those. Oh my fucking god. Dark Young. Drinking area. Oh my god. Fire from lightning. Okay, I am slightly terrified. I would also like... Are you guys done? You guys done cutting and hauling? I had them cutting down trees out here. No, because my stockpile wasn't enough. Also, I'm not sure why you're dead, but we'll take your body. I don't want them to even look at these things. I know from experience that if they look at these things... Oh good, they went over here. If the colonists even see these things, they will freak out. A tree-like being whose hooved roots carries an enormous black mass of branched tentacles, writhing around drooling mouths. They are the spawn of a Shub-Niggurath, the black goat with 1,000 young and master of the woods. They act in its stead and come to worshippers in dark forests to accept sacrifice and reverence. And to creep everybody out. I'm glad that they chose to go down there. So, what do we got? Wall torch, double sleeping spots, storage boxes. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I will know when I see it. A prayer pillow. No, no, no. It's something for my hospital. What do we got? Medieval surgery lamp. Let there be light! And the doctor suddenly realized he was amputating the healthy leg. Needs to be placed next to the bed. One bed can be linked at a time. And medieval surgery instruments. Needs to be placed adjacent to the bed. They take 25 steel and 50 wood. I will instead choose to make these out of granite, which I will probably come to regret. 25 steel, 50 granite. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna place them even though I don't have all of the granite for them yet. I'll have to kind of force that. Granite, granite, granite. This is going to help significantly. Infection chance 32, 49, 32. I have to keep those numbers in mind and see if they go down at all. The basics here don't tell me anything. Torches are burning out. The place is going dark. I barely have enough wood to build torches, and unfortunately, I don't think that even if I was to harvest this, I don't think it would produce a whole lot of wood, but I'm going to do it anyways. So it's the 13th of August, 11 o'clock. We have some creepy-ass animal monster things that are passing through. If they weren't so terrifying, I would say, hell, maybe let's go tame them. Dark Young. Old gunshot, stab scar. We will ensure these visitors' safety. I don't know why they're worried about the volcanic winter. Where are you going? Hunting a rat. I was curious what they eat. And now we know they eat animals. I'm gonna guess at some point they're gonna come to eat our colonists, too. And hey, a group from the Purple Bejuero Siach are visiting. And they can trade items. Hunting an ibex. Well, that's not good to see. Normal Freeman stilt suit is infused. That dark one was letting us see the math and magic behind the universe. I don't care for that. That's spooky. We're gonna let the fires in the south rage. And before I end this video, let me see. Fifi or Plump? Plump, you're still awake. So go trade with them. Coma Riero. Coma Namiro or something. I'm disappointed that I cannot entertain them at all. Oh, fuck me. I had Plump highlighted. Where is the guest? There we go. Relationship damage. They don't particularly care for us. I wanted to see what they thought of us. Apparently not very much. Also, Plump. Finch, what are you doing? Now I have to wake Plump up. You went over there and you pissed him off. You did not help our situation at all. We need to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. Heavy revolver, pipe pistol. Most of this stuff, it kind of makes me sad that it's not really worth anything. And I've been hanging on to it all this time. Like, look at all those old-fashioned rifles. Tons of crappy clothing. We can actually get a decent amount for the launcher pistol, which is tempting because that's an AoE item. I just want to get rid of everything that is rotten, basically. If it's under, I want to say 50%, it needs to go. 45. I was slightly hoping that it was sorted by quality. That would have been awesome. 55, I'll keep it. One of the things that we'll be able to research soon, I'm hoping, is the ability to break down all of this crappy gear into actual resources. Get rid of it. So I could break this Arctic Foxskin infantry uniform down, perhaps, into Arctic Fox leather, fur, something like that. God, we got so much stuff. They already owe us 644 pieces of silver, which seems pretty low for everything that I've marked and put up for sale, but whatever. Synth thread, I think I'll keep you. Twisted skin, that stuff is still good quality wise. Bamboo woven hat, I like my snipers to wear that, but I'll just have to make my own at some point. I would also like to get rid of all of these sailors caps. Cloth fur hats, they're crap. All of the carapace helmets that are, well, they're cool looking like a bug. I'd rather not. Still Freeman's Still Suit Mask of Defense. Didn't even know I had that. You know what? Sell. Oh my god, some of these are worth so much. I almost feel like I'm cheating now. Look at that one. Beta Poly Infantry Helmet. Worth 7,000. Damn, we hit the jackpot with some of these bodies. What were these people doing raiding us anyways if they were this well to do? What the hell were they thinking? Actually, yeah, get rid of the fedora. We definitely don't need that floating around our colony, lowering its prestige at all. Cloth bandit scarf, everybody loves those. Okay, and you don't have anything to offer me. You have nothing to sell me. I probably should have checked that. You can sell me MRE mills. Are you joking me? I probably should have seen what they had. I was so excited. I'm probably just gonna send them away with all of this stuff. All of my super expensive stuff I want back, however. Spider silk fatigues. Only 45, but isn't this embarrassing? You know what? I think is good enough. What a loss on their part. I mean, not technically, but they could have made so much more money. All they had to do was actually bring some stuff to trade. Anyways, it's the 14th, 2 o'clock in the morning now, and the colony has fallen asleep.